track, boy.
You know me, I always like the pop streets. They ain't getting money, tell them stop it. Got these girls looking and they watching. Got these girls looking and they watching. When I'm in the building, yeah, the spotlight. If you ain't got a bottle, you ain't got shit. Got these girls looking and they watching. Got these girls looking and they watching. Limo tips, put it on the ride. Get your girlfriend and come inside. You know, bad what I like. Get your passport and catch a flight.
Happy Saturday. Today is March the 7th, 2020. Has 2020. It's almost flying by. We have 14 more days until spring, and it is a beautiful, sunshiny day. And welcome to Fashion, Flair and Lifestyle. I am your host, Osnita Norman, and you can also reach me at pureessenceresale.com, pure_essence_resale, Facebook, pure.essence.resale, Twitter at pure_essence. And welcome again to Fashion, Flair, and Lifestyle. And today's show is sponsored by Pure Essence Resale Boutique and David's Closet Style and Service. Then we have our special guest today, which is Branford of David's Closet.
Hey,
so welcome.
Me.
You're very, very welcome. Fashion, a popular trend and style of dress. Flair, a special or instinctive aptitude or ability for doing something well. Lifestyle, the way in which a person or a group sees themselves. Lifestyle is expressed in both work and leisure behavior. It also reflects people's self-image or self-concept, the way they see themselves and the way that they are seen by others. So again, welcome to Fashion, Flair, and Lifestyle, and let's have some fun.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. You know, I'm working on my intro, so I'll be adding and switching it up. I try,
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I try something different.
Yeah.
Because I told last week we were talking, I was like, I got this OMG topic, so I'm trying to come up with a new voice, and I still have not come up with a new voice.
It'll come around, I'm sure.
It'll come around, right.
Give it some time.
Good. So how are you today, Branford?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. You doing pretty good?
I'm doing well.
Good,
I always want to call him David because the store is David's Closet. So I probably, when we were making a flyer for a promotion, I called him Bernard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And look, I had made it all up. I had made it all pretty. He came back and said, "Oh, my name is Branford." I was like, "I got you." Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was cool.
It happens so much. Like, it's very rare people get my actual name right. I get Brandon, I get Brendan, I get everything. So when people get it right the first time, I'm like, yeah, you cool, you good.
Right, that's your friend automatically.
Yeah, definitely.
And Glenn, how are you today?
I am good, Miss Norman. How are you?
Oh, I'm Miss Norman today?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. And then, so that's two good compliments. The other day he texted me and was like, I forgot, what did you text me and say? When I sent my agenda on time early, didn't I, Glenn?
Mm-hmm, you did.
I did.
For the first time in a year.
That's not true. You think so?
Yeah.
He gonna sit it back. I just love working with you.
Oh, man.
Yep. So, David, before we get all into our topics and stuff, tell the listeners where they can reach you as far as your website, Instagram, Facebook, and stuff like that.
Sure. So my website will be back up next Friday, March 13th. I'm sorry. You can reach us at davidsclosetss.com. And you can also follow us on Instagram at davidsclosetss. That's where you'll see a lot of the footage from the website, like with pictures, and I'm pretty much interactive on social media, so that's the best way to.
Okay. Awesome. And today's topic is, how does style and fashion affect a person's life? Like, people look at fashion, or people who like to shop, or people who like to buy things, that as if that's not an addiction. Like, right. You can't be addicted to shopping or addicted to clothing or shoes or person, whatever your vice is. So an addiction is an addiction. Anything that you can't live without or that you need to function or that gives you a high or a sensation about life is an addiction.
I agree.
Whether it's coffee, you know, some people can't deal without their coffee or their water or whatever. So if you want to call in and discuss our topic, we'll get into that a little bit later, but you can also call in at 248-429-7224. Again, 248-429-7224. And that's for all of our listeners and watchers on the Vent Radio app or YouTube. Okay. So
Or Facebook.
Oh, Facebook. I forgot Glenn.
Or Twitch.
Twitch. Yeah. Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Glenn Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? Vent Radio app.
VentRadio.net.
.net. Okay. Everybody out here?
Oh, boy.
I feel like I'm moving fast. Maybe my coffee was too strong.
Maybe
It's
so.
definitely the coffee. I'm sure.
I think so. Because I feel like... And Glenn phone go off every weekend about this time.
Oh, man. Like clockwork. See ya.
Yeah. So we're going to get into my OMG topics. Okay. So that is trending topics, things that everyone's kind of talking about, or my internet searches that I found that I thought was important. That was like OMG. And the first one that I do want to discuss, have anyone heard of the brand Honey Pot?
Yeah, I just read about them on Instagram a few days ago, how it was some kind of backlash about them being racist, but it actually gave them more sales, which worked out pretty good.
Right.
Because I look at it.
It worked out pretty good.
Oh.
Well, from a sales perspective.
Did you hear about it?
No, I haven't heard about it, but if it worked out pretty good due to racism, then I mean, you know, it's an American product.
Right. So listen, the owner of this Honey Pot, her name is Beatrice Dixon.
Mm-hmm.
And she has a feminine hygiene line, a feminine line in Target stores. So you know, Target highlight different. All the companies are going to a more diverse branding, you know, things that they offer in their store. And as we know, as an African American, we have had limited things catered to us over the years. You know, whether you look in the magazines, you know, you will see more Caucasian, and I mean commercials, you see more Caucasians than you will see black. So this has just been like over time.
And what's the name of this?
It's called Honey Pot.
Honey Pot.
Yep, it's called Honey Pot, and the owner, her name is Beatrice. So she did a commercial for Target.
So she's a black girl.
So she's a black girl. She did a commercial for an ad for Target to promote her brand. So in her ad, it's like it's a commercial. In her commercial, she's walking through Target, and this is what she says. She was, thanking, I guess, like Target for being diverse or whatever. It says the purpose of her brand was so that the next black girl that comes up with a great idea, she can have a better opportunity just like me. So the thing was, if you see somebody like me running, you know, being an entrepreneur, having my product and things on shelves, that's influencing another young lady, another young male to, you know, be an entrepreneur and work towards their dreams. And she got the backlash from America because she used black girl, like as if it wasn't for no other race to use her product. And I don't think that's what she was getting at, because for years, like I said, everything has been catered more towards the Caucasian. That's what we would see. Barbie dolls. You see more white dolls than you see black dolls. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it was, and then it was Black History Month when the ad dropped. So I don't think she was trying to be like exclude anyone, but I think she was trying to include her community, the people who understood her, people that looked like her. You know what I mean?
Let's hear from her.
Okay.
Anything that you eat, drink, as a woman, any kind of menstrual products that you use or feminine care products that you use, they should always be clean, because those toxins are going inside your body, right? Okay. And you just want to make sure.
I'm gonna ask you a question. This is gonna sound a little crazy, right?
Oh, Lord.
But the reason I'm asking is there's certain products that is better for black skin than white skin or different color skins. Is your products better for black vaginas?
No.
I know it sounds crazy.
No. I mean, you'd be surprised. I pitched an investor one time, and he asked me, was this just a black product? Mm-hmm. The answer to the question is no.
So it's not just a black product. It's a product that she make without all the toxins and extra ingredients that we have in our feminine products. And I never really even thought to research what's in the feminine products.
All them perfumey type things.
Yes, and believe it or not, that for some women, they can use a lot of that perfumey stuff. I can't. You know how you take a bath and bubble bath, and use the Bath and Body Works and stuff like that. Like your vagina, that's a very, very sensitive area for most women.
For real?
Yes, Glenn. Depending on you have to be careful what you wash up with. Soap, what type of soap you use. You have to be careful with putting like powders and stuff in that area, like in your underwear and stuff like that. You have to be careful.
Some of these folks will put powder out without washing up.
Yeah, that's true. Some people do.
But we're not talking about those people who don't clean.
So maybe everybody ain't so sensitive.
They might not be like some products that may irritate me may not irritate the next woman. So I don't know if that's called rough vagina and soft vagina. I don't know what it's called, but it's just called use honey pot.
Oh my gosh. That's the moral of the story right there.
That is the moral of the story.
Right.
Use honey pot.
Now is the time, ladies and gentlemen, to hit that share button. And if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe so you'll know, and hit the bell. Subscribe and then hit the bell, and you'll know every time that Fashion, Flair, and Lifestyle goes live.
Yes, please subscribe to our channel. And thanks to all of my listeners. Like I was stating last week, I always review my show. And I've been getting comments on YouTube, and I see my listeners coming at the time of the show and after. So that makes me feel good, like I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, you are doing. I told you, it just it takes time, but people are starting to appreciate what you're doing and your brand of broadcasting. You building your legacy and your brand.
I try. I work hard at it every week. By me get my agenda in on time.
You worry the hell out of me, I tell you that.
Glenn, I do not be calling you. But, well, I am lying. I do be calling Glenn.
I'm surprised.
Or texting him.
I'm surprised your man ain't called me and say, "Listen, what is going on with you and my woman?"
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
It's no problem. He know Glenn, and that's it.
Well, when he does decide to call, I'm gonna say, "Listen, man, I don't have nothing to do with her talking about vaginas and feminine products, and I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Well,
I'm just her engineer."
And my conversationalist at times when I don't have a guest.
I'm the bump on man.
Yeah.
Oh man, like the go-to.
Okay, y'all. So, Honey Pot, thanks for offering clean, healthy, feminine products for everyone.
Have you used them?
No, I have not.
Are you going to?
Yes.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is make it my business to go to Target and review her products and see which one I need at the moment. Because it's more feminine, like for menstrual cycle, pads and stuff like that. So.
Well, you ain't gonna be needing that much longer.
Wow.
You see? Okay.
Man, wow.
I ain't even thinking about you. And you know how I feel about turning this age, Glenn.
You should feel good because you know what that means?
What?
That you're alive.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. I feel happy about that.
You
I'm
should
alive.
be embracing
I'm smiling.
that.
I got friends, family.
Yeah.
Love, all of that good stuff.
There you go.
And now you got a black coochie product.
Oh my god.
It's called vagina.
Oh yeah. Yeah, right.
Listen. Now this is really like OMG. I think this news has devastated the city of Detroit. Metro Detroit area. I had to sit back in my seat for this one.
Yeah.
Art Van.
Oh wow, there was
Going out of
people were
business.
going off yesterday.
I don't think
Are they really going out of business?
Yeah.
Art Van
It's
going.
because those kids.
Art Van is really going out of business. Okay, so they went bankrupt and they're closing, and everyone in Detroit is devastated because you have to think. Art Van was that store that offered furniture for every income.
Yeah.
And the best thing about it is they had layaway.
That well, when the old man passed on and left that business to the
His son-
children.
yeah. And you know what? And that brought my point of in my point, my notes. I have children are not always passionate about businesses that their parents start or that their parents
That's
create.
true. That's
you
true.
got to think when
We want them to be.
right, and I think as parents, you have to know if your child is capable of if they have that same love and passion that you do
And
for what you
usually-
have to offer.
Usually they don't.
And usually they don't.
No.
So I think I just know that old man probably crying in his grave.
Rolling over a couple times.
Yeah,
I don't know if he crying.
he might be crying because who's to say he don't? You could have tears underground.
Really.
His spirit got tears.
Mm.
You know what? That sounds about right.
See, this is a homeboy right here.
Both of y'all is crazy.
No, but you know what I mean. Like, okay, like for in Glenn's case, or like all of us, we're all entrepreneurs.
Right.
So the purpose of us being entrepreneurs is to provide for our families and to show our people and our family, friends, whatever, that you had to create options for yourself. Our Van must have had a love. He had a love for people, and he wanted to
Maybe.
please people. I mean, in order for him to be around as
He
his
could have
business,
he could have had a passion for furniture
furniture, but not people.
and love money.
Passion. Okay, I agree. But in somewhere,
But we're just speculating.
right, we're speculating. But even though he had a passion for money, so what's the purpose of being in business if you're not making money? I get it. He loved furniture because he liked to see the maybe the face, not the face. What is it? The excitement from another
Yeah, like the
person's
reaction.
right,
Yeah.
people reaction, and then I forgot what my other point was.
You just
But-
think you just think everybody is about the right thing, and that's good that you.
I don't think. I know people have, it's a reason for everything, but what I'm saying, in order for his business to has lasted as long as it has, he have to have some type of compassion or passion for people. Because other than that, why are you making it? If you don't
To build generational wealth.
to build generational wealth, but how can you build generational wealth if you don't put yourself out there, or people don't know you, or you don't do something for the community or something?
I've seen over the years where they've supported different causes. I'm just a little bit skeptical now because of the way that marketing is done today.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? You think that it's this person doing it, but actually it's not that person doing it. It's someone underwriting the cost of it being done under that brand because that brand is popular.
Correct.
So I'm just a little bit skeptical, and not to come down on those people because I don't know them, but I was watching Facebook yesterday as I was working in my office, and people who went to that sale yesterday were very upset because they said that it was nothing like the advertisement.
I mean, it's the next day. Anybody know a store that's going out of business don't have a bomb sale the next day. You get your better deals as stuff sit in the store. But what happens in order to get the 50-60% off?
But that's what they were saying. They were saying that this stuff was pretty much priced as it usually is.
Right. Because guess
But
what?
that's
People
not-
still gonna buy it anyway.
Yeah, but a going out of business sale usually means that this stuff we're trying to liquidate this stuff at just above cost so that we can move it.
Right. But at the same time, how can I put this? That's like if you selling a beat, right? Because you do music, so you selling a beat. You're gonna put $500 on this beat. Just say, okay, to sell. Unless if you feel like, and if you having a beat liquidation sale, you might discount it to $400. But when you say beat liquidation, people really thinking that you gonna discount it a certain amount.
That's what liquidating is all about.
But it's still about how much can I get. The more you want to get more.
Well,
so you got to think it's the next day. Like they said. When was that? Was that Wednesday afternoon?
I think it's just.
Wednesday.
I mean, I get your point, but it's just like I said, deceptive advertising, and when you practicing this deceptive advertising, you end up not making as much as you could have made because you pissing off the marketplace.
I mean, I get it. Car dealers been doing it forever. 0% down, and they ended up getting in trouble for that because people for false advertising saying 0% down. And then when you go on a dealership, they wasn't showing think about the commercials, they were not showing the fine print. And then at the end of the commercials now, then they run that real quick blurb of, subject to credit approval, this and that.
Yep.
Because they got in trouble for false advertising. So I get it, but I just think it's sad when your parents, not sad, but your parents work so hard to create something, and it's like you going, whatever. Yeah. And it's like, wow, like that's really, that's interesting. So have you shopped at our van?
Yeah, I actually got my furniture for my apartment there. So
really?
When I saw that they were closing, I was like, really? Like, because I was actually thinking about, okay, I do want to go back and get some more stuff, and I just never got around to it. And now that they're going out of business, it's like, it's kind of sad because they've been around since I was a child.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow. Like I was just thinking, like, if I wanted to get new furniture, where would I go shop at? Like, I'm not a Gardner White shopper. I'm not really a Value City shopper. I go into those stores and I look, but when you walk in our van, you are going to walk out with some furniture. Whether it's from the clearance center, like all the furniture in my house, living room set, dining room set, bedrooms, everything came from our van. And what I have a problem with is that they offer warranties on a lot of your products that are null and void now, and especially the mattress covers for your mattress. Like, you can wear it, like if it wear out, you just take it in and then they give you a new one. And I can't do that.
Can't do it no more.
And I know they probably not gonna want to take this old. Right. And my other friend was telling me that even if you do purchase furniture, guess what? You have to get your own U-Haul truck.
What?
So they don't even have delivery.
Well, they must have just got rid of that because I know they delivered all my furniture.
Well, yeah, but they're going out of business, so they're not delivering. So you at your own risk on your own time. And I was watching on the news where a couple was going through, I guess, issues of some of the furniture that they had that had just issues with, and they were wondering, like, their warranties are now null and void, so will our van fix it? Because I think they already had a what do you want to call it? They already had complaints in place based on the warranty, thinking that they could get these repairs done. So now that they're closing, can they still get their repairs done?
That's a good question.
The lady, they was in the lady house, her drawers and stuff wasn't closing in her dresser, and she had a chip on her dining room table and all this other stuff. But
that's crazy.
Again, now when you do have warranties and when you buy things, just make sure you buy nice quality things. And sometimes quality, what we think is quality, is not really quality. So you just never know.
Yeah.
So Glenn, I got the next question. The next, oh my God, was about Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh boy!
I gotta wait till Glenn come back to answer this one. But again, if you want to call in, dial in 248-429-7224 to just chime in on our topic, ask questions, and engage with us today, because it's a beautiful day outside. So just a quick question. So Branford, how does fashion affect your life? Like, how do you feel about fashion?
Man, when I think about fashion, I believe wholeheartedly fashion is like it's an extension of your personality. Because more so with others, I notice people that are kind of like monotone personalities. They wear like a lot of neutrals and they like kind of play it safe. But if you're outgoing and like you're outspoken as well, like myself, I like to explore with like different colors, different patterns, different textures. So for me, fashion affects my life because it's a part of my life. It's been around since I was like in high school.
So what is the one accessory, clothing that you like that is a must have in your wardrobe, in your closet? What's a must have? Like,
good question.
because I like everything, but me, it's a purse.
I got you.
That's set the tone for all of this drip.
Yeah. I would say I would say for me the must have for an accessory for me is I like a lot. I don't have any on today, but I like a lot of like watches and like bracelets to go with it because it kind of helps to accentuate the look. So if I'm wearing like an all black kind of situation, let me over accessorize a little bit. So that's like my conversation piece.
Okay.
And I kind of work it between an accessory or a shoe or a blazer. So I kind of like not play it safe in one particular area. I kind of like go around and just depending on how I feel, what I want my conversation.
Okay. For me, my conversation piece is usually a purse.
Okay.
I love purses. Like, I carry a different purse. Well, during the winter time, I switch my purse out weekly.
Gotcha.
You know, and during the summertime, it can be daily.
Really?
Depending on what I'm wearing.
You probably got a ton of purses then.
I do. I have a lot of purses. So it depends on what I'm wearing or whatever. But for me, my go-to is I got to have the right purse. They always have to say something because most people don't put a lot of thought process into their accessories.
Right.
You know, some people don't like accessories or they don't know how to accessorize.
I have to agree.
Coordinate.
Yeah.
You got to coordinate.
Because it can make or break an outfit, however you coordinate that. It's got to be with the right purse, the right necklace.
Yeah. And you know what? You don't always need a necklace.
Right.
You can have, certain type of earrings or whatever.
Let me know when you are ready for your photos.
What photos? I'm ready right now.
Didn't you send photos?
Yes, but I'm not ready yet.
Oh, okay.
We still doing our OMG topics, and we switched because you stepped out for a minute.
What I had to do with it?
Because this question is more engaged towards the music industry. This is more engaged towards the music industry.
Oh, God.
So the other OMG is about Megan Thee Stallion.
Who?
You know who Megan Thee Stallion is?
A horse?
She got stallion, so maybe her behind is built like a stallion. I don't know. I don't know. But this week has been trending news about her and her record deal.
Right.
That she has. So she said she was not trying to get out of her deal. She just wanted her deal to be amended.
Right.
So, Glenn, being in the record industry, management, producing and everything, when an artist sign a contract, and like I heard a lot of the people, celebrities or radio stations saying, when you're a new artist, sometimes your management or record company put money up for you because you're not hot yet, so you're not really making no money. So they're building your brand based on what they think you're capable of being, on your potential. So they're taking a risk. So do you think it's a bad thing at this point for her to be requesting amendment of her contract, and she has not even dropped a full album?
Well, it's not so much that it's a bad thing. It's a thing based on not being educated or being represented properly.
Okay.
But for a new artist, if you sign a recording contract with most people, the deal is going to be lean more towards the company because the company bears the burden of the expense of marketing and promoting you.
Okay, so do you think that's her fault for signing and not being clear?
I don't think that it's a fault. I think that, just not in the music industry, but us as a people, we don't do our due diligence when it comes to matters of legality.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, I'll sit down with an artist and they'll tell me that, okay, well, I'm going to have my lawyer look over this contract, and then they take it to Uncle Pete. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand.
And certain things, if you don't understand them, then you have to. And I don't advocate just giving money to a lawyer to look over a deal.
Right.
But if you don't know, you have to do the research. And then in some cases, even after doing the research, you still have to be represented.
Right.
So that you can understand. But, even if you notice, a lot of young people will go into a car dealership even and buy a car and not even know what percentage rate that they have on their financing.
Right. Until someone say, how much your interest rate? Oh, 15%.
No,
What?
Until they still paying for that car and it don't even run anymore.
True. Yeah, especially
because
if it's
they're in such a bad deal.
Correct.
That you know what I'm saying? So it goes. America is set up that way, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's like you get $100,000 house, but it takes you 30 years to pay it off.
Yeah, because all the interest.
Yeah. So
and you got you look at that. It depends on, is it a fixed rate? Is it a variable rate? A lot of times people don't pay attention to, like say, the specifics. So I watched her interview on the Breakfast Club yesterday, and she wasn't negative or bitter. You know what I mean? Like her attitude about it was okay. She said, "I just asked for my contract to be amended." So I don't know what the issue was though.
Oh my God! Like
You can't rap.
Yeah,
You remember the first verse you spit for?
I really don't remember what I was saying, but I remember I rapped over like the "I'm Different" beat by 2 Chainz, and she was like, "Oh shit!" Like, so then ever since then, like I don't think she still even took me seriously then. So I started going to the studio on my own, and so when she knew I was at the studio by myself and stuff, she was like, "Oh hell no, I'm gonna manage you," and we doing
She probably
this.
was raw too.
I was exactly how I rap now. Like I was talking probably a little more crazier back then.
Like, and she said, "You ain't living that life."
I was like, "Mama, don't be mad. I'm a curse, okay?" And she was like, "Okay." I don't think she knew exactly how hard I was about to go, and she was like, "I don't know where your mouth came from." And only thing my mama ever played for me was like Pimp C, UGK.
Oh yes,
there you
that's
go.
where it came from, Mom.
But my daddy only played 3 6 Mafia song.
But did you hear her say her mom managed her?
Well, her mom is a former artist. But just because you're a former artist doesn't mean, we in this business we call them momangers.
Right, and I get it, but it seemed like your mom would have been a little more
Usually
detailed
Well,
in that.
see, but that's assuming that she understands the inner workings of a record company.
That's true.
And people don't really understand that a record company, especially a major record company, is nothing more than a bank that loans money at a high interest rate. That's all they are.
That is, yeah.
So,
but
my niece who's watching on Facebook, she has a business over in East Point, and it's called Runway Entourage. And I want to shout her out. And ladies, if you're looking for high fashion, stop by there and ask for Toya and tell them that.
Hey Toya, I might have to stop by there and see.
Yeah, she. I'm so proud of her. She's turning into a great little entrepreneur. Let me take that little out of it. She's turning into a great young entrepreneur, and I'm so proud of her. And I know she probably doesn't think that I'm proud of her, but I am proud of you. And keep doing what you're doing. You just need to start advertising and marketing.
She should come on the show.
Yeah, you should come on the show, and you should have us make some commercials for you and become a sponsor of Vent Radio, and we'll get them people through that door.
Yes, that would be awesome. So again, Runway Entourage, right?
Runway Entourage, yes, and it is, I believe, Toya, put your address in the comments, and we're going to give the address out, and we'll hook you up with Osnita, who is our fashion guru over here on the Vent Radio Network.
And then we could. It's a lot of things that we could do.
Yes.
I'm very creative, so make sure she reach out to you.
So Toya, put your address or either call in 248-429-7224.
Correct.
All right.
So we're gonna move forward to our guest for the day, the afternoon.
I'm excited.
So today we have Branford, who is the owner of David's Closet, which is a gentleman's online clothing store. because I can't say boutique. Because I was like, what is it? Is it a man? Wait a minute. What is? Do men have boutiques? This is a clothing
You don't
store.
hear too much. Yeah, so we just say clothing store.
So we have David's Closet Style and Service. So let's give it up for Branford today.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Okay. So Branford, I just want you to go ahead and introduce yourself to our listeners. And again, if you have any questions or you want to respond to anything that Branford is discussing today, call in 248-429-7224.
All right.
Okay, so go ahead, tell the listeners who you are, where you started from, and what you want us to know about you.
All right. So my name is Branford Coleman. I am the founder and CEO of David's Closet. We actually got started in October of 2017, but we were just an idea. I had no intentions on actually pursuing a fashion-related business. But over time, everything just kind of came together, and I cater to men of all shapes and sizes. We are an online men's clothing store, and my goal with it eventually is it to become like a global brand, because just like women like to look good, men like to dress up and look good too. So come holler at me if you want something you need to get hooked up into. So
that's why you got this nice blazer on today?
Yeah, just a little razzle dazzle, you know.
Just a little something.
Yeah, just a little something.
So that was good. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
What got you into fashion? Because I know fashion is one of those loves that either it's in you or it's not.
I agree.
Either you have, like, most people get fashion and style mixed up.
Yep.
That's not the same.
Are two totally different things.
Totally different things.
Yeah.
So fashion is trendy, style is just all about you.
Yep, I agree.
So where did your love for fashion start?
Wow. My love for fashion honestly started, it goes way back to 10th grade in high school. I was about 16 years old. And I just decided, hey, I like a certain shirt, or I like a certain pair of pants. And eventually it just evolved from that point. I would pull looks together because I don't like people dressing me. I like to develop my own style, and that's kind of how it happened. So it was always a love, but I never intended to actually branch out and do a business. It actually was just a conversation.
So when you say conversation, was it between you and some of your friends, or?
Yeah, it was. I'll never forget. I was at my old job a couple years ago, and shout out to Crystal Palmer, because she actually got the wheels turning for me.
Okay.
I was talking to her at my job, and I was like, you know what? Every time I go to the mall, I get frustrated because I like to create a look before I go into the mall, so that way I can know what stores to hit and who carries what. So when I don't see what I like, I kind of leave frustrated, because it's like, I plan to go on this day to get this certain look, and now that I don't have it, I'm leaving with nothing. So she tells me verbatim, well, why don't you start your own clothing line? And I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I'm not trying to do that. I got a good job, you know. I'm not trying to be nobody's entrepreneur. I ain't trying to do none of that. And I fought it for 3 months.
Okay.
And in October of 2017, I was minding my business, just doing my job, and God just dropped in my spirit, David's Closet. So I took a sheet of paper and I wrote it down several times. And I was like, it's something behind this, because I remember 3 months prior, I was talking about business with a friend, but had no intentions on getting into it.
Right.
So when I wrote the name down, I took a picture of it on my phone, and I still have it to this day. So it reminds me of the humble journey and how it started. And I took it and ran with it. I was terrified, but I was blessed to meet people like my mentors that kind of helped pave the way for me, and here we are today.
So that's a true testament of writing the vision and making it plain.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, a lot of times we as entrepreneurs, just people in general, we don't know how important it is to speak positivity, write things down, review it sometimes. Like I journal. So sometimes, you know, you write. Sometimes I write every day. Sometimes I don't. However, it's a reflection, because I still can pick that my journal up 2 weeks later, or months later, and read what was I thinking on this particular day. And sometimes I might go back to just say, for instance, today is March 7th. I can pick in my journal, and I might be able to go to March 7th and look, what was I thinking on March 7th? You know what I mean? So writing the vision, making it plain, and being positive, that is what, that's the start. That's the beginning of executing your plan.
I agree.
So do you think that men shop more than women, or do women shop more than men?
That's a good question. I want to say women, but then at the same time, I don't like to scale it to just one, because the women shopping more is more, it's more in your face. Like there's women boutiques everywhere, so it's automatically assumed that women shop more than men. But a lot of times with men, our fashion is more so based on foundation pieces. So a lot of times we can go shop at the mall. I need one particular kind of shirt. I need one particular kind of suit, and I'm good. I can create looks based on that one thing that I bought. Versus women, it can come off as oversaturated. So a lot of times people assume that women shop more, but it can play both ways.
So listen to what I found. It says 44% of male respondents cite being able to touch and feel a product as the main driver that takes them in store. A sentiment shared by only 33% of women respondents. According to the survey, men are much more likely to shop at full price retailers, 42% over discount retailers. So y'all, y'all, it's different. Y'all kind of got to get it while it's there. Because of you don't have as many male stores, in general, it's more women, like you said, saturated with women. 18% over discount retailers. So they only do regular full price 42%. Discount retailers at 18. So that'd be like your TJ Maxx, Marshall type shopping. While women are more likely to shop at discount retailers, 30%, 38% over full price stores. So we tend to go to just say a Neiman's or Macy's or something and buy some regular price. At a discounted rate over going to buy something full price based on the options that we have. So when you started David's Closet, did you see a need for a men clothing? Online clothing?
I would say yes, because just for me, the biggest benefit of having this business is I'm also my customer as well, which works out really, really well. And for me, I kept running into walls. Like I'm going to the mall or I'm looking online and it's not exactly what I'm looking for. So when I started it, I actually got a response that I wasn't expecting at first, because a lot of times when you start your own business, people, they want to say they support you, but they really don't. And the support I've gotten has been insane. Like I get a lot of support out of state.
Okay.
I get a lot of orders out of state. And you were right about the men that pay full price, because majority of my customers pay full price, because you can't find most of my stuff everywhere. Like you can look at Forever 21, you can look at H&M, you can look at Zara, and they all carry different pieces that cater to different types of men. So when I started my business, I was like, you know what? I like what they have, but I like stuff you have a hard time finding at reasonable prices.
Unique pieces.
So, yeah.
And remember, back, like I keep back in the day, but years ago, if you did shop at independent stores, independent retailers like boutiques or men clothing stores, it was unique to that particular store. So a lot of times you wouldn't be able to find what you find at just say boutique A and boutique B gonna have something different, or they would be more they would notice what they would sell. They, I sold this to this person, I might not want that person to have, depending on where they're going. A lot of times people pay attention to, oh, where are you wearing this event to? Because that next customer may come in and want to and be going to that same event. And if you're a real retailer and you care about your customer base, you're gonna say, hey, another young lady came in and bought that same outfit. I'm just letting you know before y'all show up looking like twins. Because that has happened to me before, and I didn't get my shirt from my friend's store, but another young lady did, but we ended up having the same shirt on at this event, and I thought I was so fly. And when I saw her with that shirt, I was like,
she was like, nah, man.
But we wore it different. So, so that was cool. You couldn't really understand. Couldn't tell that we had the same thing on. So I just made sure I stayed away from her.
There you go.
Yeah, I did that. So, was it hard for you to like branding and promoting? Because once you start, sometimes you don't, how can I put it? Not to say you don't think you're going to blow up or your sales will start coming in. Were you prepared for like the success once it became?
I would say for me, it was very challenging, because a lot of people don't know, it actually took me a year before I was comfortable actually launching my store. I had a set date in mind, and then I was like, you know what, let me change it because I still wasn't ready at the time. And when we started, I can be very transparent because a lot of people don't know this. The very first time I ever launched my website, I only got 2 orders the entire weekend.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, I was kind of upset because the way I was promoting it, I was going to Facebook, going to Instagram, people that worked with what I was doing. And when it was out there and I launched it, I believe I set my expectations too high for somebody that was just getting out there versus someone that's been doing it for a while. And I was comparing myself to what someone else was doing. And I was discouraged for a little bit, but I was like, you know what? Just keep going because there's other businesses that when they start off initially, they may not have as much traction in the beginning, but if you keep going with it, you'll do good. But last year was my most successful year because now a lot of people know what I'm doing. They're starting to gravitate to what I offer. And there's times where I'll post a jacket for, say, the jacket sells out in a minute. And then sometimes it's such a big blessing. I'm grateful for that.
Right.
And then there's other times where I'll post something, it may take a little longer to sell, but I do know I've seen my biggest success the longer I stuck to it.
Yeah. And I mean, it's hard work. And like, even just say, for instance, in your first week of sales, you could have had 100 sales that first week. And then that next week, you could have had no sale. You know, so it could, it could reverse. It could play out so many different ways. But, and that's how I reached out to David.
Yeah, she came and found me, y'all.
I really did. And I thought that he did the same thing that I did. I thought he did resale. But when I reached out to him, he said, no, I don't do resale. He said, I'm an actual boutique. Well, not boutique, actual men's clothing store. So I sell, retail items. So I was like, okay. And I said, hey, would you be interested in being on? He's like, sure, no problem. So we had to end up rescheduling, which, things happen, and I contacted him, and like I tell him, I tried to be professional. I said, because I contacted him and verbally spoke with him, and then he said, you know what, no problem, let me know whenever, whenever you're back up and moving, I'm there. I reached back out to him, he gave me a date, and now he's here.
Yeah, I made it, y'all.
You did. So I really appreciate you for taking the time and stopping in and joining us and sharing your journey with everyone. And then just again, so is there anything else that we need to know that you want to share candidly?
Yeah, I would want to give a piece of advice to anyone that is looking to do something similar as well. Don't give up no matter what it looks like. One of the biggest things you have to do is establish yourself and just keep going because consistency pays off in the long. I'm a witness of that, so yeah.
All right, keep going. Keep the dream alive. Keep hope alive.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know what? It's hard. It's easy to get discouraged as an entrepreneur. I know how I feel. I've been an entrepreneur for 5 years, and sometimes I really just quit. Or sometimes I just literally want to give up because like you say, you put a lot of hard work into it, and people don't appreciate what you think. They don't appreciate it. And then you might see someone who put no thought process no thought process into their branding and marketing, and they seem like they just going right. And you like, I did all of this and this is all I get back. But again, you just have to believe in yourself and know that every person have their time. So I have a few fashion quotes. Do you have a fashion quote?
Not off the top of my head, but I do know a couple.
A couple of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to read a few of them. And this is just going to go back to our topic, which is wait a minute, I forgot it. How does style and fashion affect your life? So these are some fashion quotes that I was able to find. It says, style is a way to say who you are without having to speak. So that is, to me, that represents walking into a room and having that conversation piece, whether it be a purse, outfit, jacket. That's when you don't even have to speak. Because when you walk in, you're looking to the left, you're looking to the right, you're looking for your seat. And they're looking like, oh my God, look at that outfit she got on her. Look at that blazer he got on. Look at that jacket. Another one that says, style is a simple way of saying complicated things.
I like that one.
That's awesome because depending on how I feel, that's how I might dress. Or if I feel, most of the time if I feel horrible, I'm not having a great day, that's when I tend to add a little more to my look.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling up, because sometimes clothing, fashion can make you feel like having on fashionable items make you feel good.
Because I'm the same way. Like I've noticed as well. Like if I'm having like a particular day where I'm not feeling the best, I like to not overdo it, but like to do a little bit more so that way I can get myself into a better mood.
Right.
Because when you look good, you feel good. So your outfit will kind of speak for you before you speak. And a lot of times you get that compliment that could change your mood too.
It does. I agree, 110%. So always, I said some people will do anything, and this is how fashion affects your life. Some people will do anything to wear the latest trending fashion. Is that you? When I say do anything, that means how far will you go to have the latest and greatest? Fashion can be an addiction like drugs, alcohol, or gambling. Anything that you cannot live without or that you need to provide you with a high, something to make you feel good, is an addiction. So when I say some people will do anything to have the latest and greatest, people compromise a lot. People steal. People spend money that they know they don't have to spend, max out their credit cards, spend a light bill, gas bill money, borrow money to buy the latest fashion. And then so it's like, do you shop high-end fashion, regular price, or sale? So we talked about that. So most women, we shop discounted, but we might shop a little bit more based on the items that we have available to us. For me, I shop quality over quantity. What about you?
I'm the same way. I think it's for me. I wasn't raised like a label whore, if I can say it that way. So for me, it helped me to transition in prioritizing as an adult. Like for me, I love a good quality piece because for me, I can get a lot of wear out of it, a lot of use out of it. Versus, you can go to this store and I got this shirt on sale for $15 and you wear it once and you wash it and it's all crappy when you get it off the dryer.
Yeah, like you can't ever wear it again.
Right.
That's like I don't like cheap clothing. So I shop many ways where I don't have to break the bank, but I buy what fits my style and fits my budget. So meaning that I resale shop a lot. To find the latest and greatest fashionable trends, like my jacket today,
which I love.
Thank you. And look, now I'm a name drop, but this is a Rockin' Republic jacket that I have on today, and I paid $22 for it from the resale shop. But again, if I had went into Neiman Marcus, Saks, or where different stores they sell this brand, I'm sure I would have paid more for it just based on the stones that's on the jacket and the detail. And the jacket I know would have paid more for it. So this is my $22 piece I found.
You look good rocking it.
I did.
Yeah.
I like a good quality sale.
And even like with resale pieces, a lot of people don't know, but you can take it to the cleaners and have them like kind of jazz it up for you. And then if you don't like how it fits, you can get it tailored to your body. So when you learn like those different tips and tricks, you can make a $22 blazer look like you spent $200 on it too. And a lot of people don't know.
And that is style. Like I said, people love fashion, but everybody don't have style.
Right.
Like sometimes, like when I shop based on a need. When I was younger, I used to probably just go out and buy all kind of stuff. Now I shop based on, okay, let me get this black jacket or these black pants because I know that I can switch something in and out with it.
Yep.
So, you have to take a black pair of pants, you can do it with a different blazer, different top, and they're pants. So nobody would know. You could wear the same black pants 5 days a week.
Yeah, and people will never know.
And they would never know because you're going to change your top, you're going to change your jacket. You're going to do a lot of different things to make your outfit pop. So I do have a few pictures that you shared with me, and if you want to go over the inspiration of the look for, if you look over to this way, you'll see the outfits pop up, and then the viewers will be looking, and you could just describe what was the inspiration behind this.
Okay.
So who does your pictures?
Surprisingly, believe it or not, I do most of them.
Really?
So I actually have a professional camera with different lenses at home that I use.
Okay.
I edit all of my pictures. I do everything. Social media side of it, and a lot of people, who does your pictures? And I'm like, I do.
They're very, very professional. I mean, I thought you had a photographer.
just for one moment, like when I go to the studio for like the rebranding, I do that. But anything outside of the studio that you see, I do all. So,
I mean, and that's awesome.
Thank you.
There's nothing wrong with wearing multiple hats.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a photographer at heart, and I can take my own pictures and stuff for my site, but I don't like the editing part. Like, that's just
it can be
so
tedious sometimes because I'm so picky. Like, the lighting's got to be right. Scale it back, bring it up. So
yes. Okay. All right. So we're gonna describe this look that you have that's on the screen now.
Okay, perfect. So with that look, I kind of wanted to play into a pop of color. So with that particular shirt, that's definitely perfect for spring because now winter is rolling out, spring is coming in. So a lot of dead things that were once dead can now come back to life. So with spring, you want to kind of reintroduce your style with color because it's like, okay, the winter is gone. I don't have to dress in as many layers. So now people can really see what I'm working with my body shape. So let me add some color into the mix and then also give it like a corporate feel to where you're not limited to just wearing it to church or you're wearing it out to date night. You can even wear it to the office and people go, I like that shirt. Where you get it from? Boom.
Right.
And there you go.
That's your conversation piece, right? I really like that.
Thank you.
So I know you offer styling services. So what comes with, like your style consultations?
Well, with those, we actually took a back seat with the styling portion of it just for now because I wanted to focus more on the men's clothing line side of it. Because I saw it in the long run, I was like, I don't think I can juggle both at this time.
Right.
So I focus more on the clothing side of it because it's like an unofficial way to style people with offering the clothes. So I kind of do it in that.
Have you ever read the book The Power of Being Broke by Damon John?
I got to get into that.
You should read that book because that is he was talking about Shark. I'm reading the book now. He was talking about Shark Tank and where these guys had pitched their idea. And again, they had too much going on, which made all the investors kind of like back out because they had too much. And he said, had the guy focus in on one thing that he was doing to perfect that, he probably would have got a deal. So I can understand that. So the next outfit is a little more casual.
Now, what's funny is this outfit, a lot of people don't know it, but those are actually a pair of khaki jogger pants. And they like have like the loop string at the top. So you can play both with, if you want to dress it down for a weekend look, or you can even wear it for date night. So what I like to do is I can find a piece, and if I can play on, hey, let's wear a longer shirt to kind of disguise it and make it look like it's a pair of dress pants, but it's not. And when you actually get them, you're like, oh, okay, I can play on both ends of it. So that way you'll have one pair of pants and you can style it dressed up or dressed down, however you like. So that was
those pants. Looking at them, like he has the long sleeve shirt on, but then I can also see him with a nice fitted white tee and a denim blazer. Yeah,
because he also wore. We have another picture. It hasn't been posted just yet, but it's another picture where it's like it's with a denim jacket and a long sleeve like cotton shirt to kind of like, okay, now let me show you another way to wear it, which is great. And I think that's really how it all boils down to how to dress up a piece and not being restricted to wearing it one particular way.
I agree. Agreed. Okay, so we already went through the thing of who shop more, men or women. So I think it's probably about equal, just depending on.
I love to shop.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Especially shoes.
See, I'm purses, you shoes. Have you done any fashion shows? Or you have any events or anything coming up that you want to share with the listeners?
Yeah, sure. I have and I'll make sure to post it on our Instagram page as well, which is David's Closet SS. I have a pop-up shop in Ann Arbor next Saturday. That's around like 7 p.m. I can't remember exactly the location of where it is, but I'll make sure to post a flyer on the Instagram page and my story. So I'm excited. We're ready to get rid of the winter inventory and start fresh. So. And
give them your Instagram page and your website again.
Okay. So my website is davidsclosetss.com, and then my Instagram page is davidsclosetss. So anything event-wise, how you want to contact me, and whatever we're doing, you'll all be able to see all that on it.
All righty then. Okay. Whew, that about wrapped us up almost.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, I thank you for joining us today. I really enjoyed our conversation. Hopefully you'll be back. I do want to. Have you been to a fashion show before?
Not yet, but I would love to.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And I think it's awesome because, like I said, I cater more towards women. You cater towards guys. I don't know. Most men that I do know that are in the fashion industry, they do have like T-shirt lines or more casual. But your line is a little bit more versatile, which could mix a lot with mine. So I'm going to ask you about something once we get off the air. I don't want to give my idea.
No, I understand.
But again, of course, I am Osnita Norman, and I'm the owner of Pure Essence Resale Boutique. I am the author of Entrepreneurship, My Story, Your Guide. You can purchase my book or look on my website for any
You gonna pick the book up?
Glenn, you gonna interrupt me? Oh,
Yeah, let's see
just
it.
don't understand. Where's my camera?
Snap.
Am I right here? You want to get a close up? You need my face on this side? Because I don't look like this no more. Do I? Still look like this?
Just longer hair and
Long hair.
glasses. Yeah. Same. Look about the same.
But yes, my book is Entrepreneurship, My Story, Your Guide, which is available on my website, and it is going for $10. And also,
Where's your website?
I didn't finish. Are you sleepy?
You woke.
I'm gonna start this all over. Of course, again, I'm Osnita Norman, owner of Pure Essence Resale Boutique, author of Entrepreneurship, My Story, Your Guide. To shop my website for my gently worn and new resale items is pureessenceresale.com. You can also find my book on there as well. And again, Instagram is pure_essence_resale. Facebook, pure.essence.resale. And also I'm on Twitter at pure_resale. So if you want to reach out to me. And then also our my radio show, Fashion, Flair and Lifestyle, my main contact for my radio show is Instagram. So we are fashion_flair_lifestyle on Instagram. If you want to be a sponsor for the show, if you want to come on and just kick it with me, just reach out to me. I'm always available. I do respond timely within 24 hours. So again, just reach out to me, and I thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good Saturday. I miss my music today because we usually end with our music and all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so your big single, album release, or tour is on the horizon. It's time to plan out
Really?
a
Was that
social
your first
campaign.
Yeah.
That means figuring out how your posts, stories, and favorite gifts are going to add up to more followers, streams, and ticket sales.
It really helps to lean into who you are and build your online presence first, because that's definitely going to help guide where your social campaign is going to go.
That's Katie from Spotify.
Hello.
And that's Bob from Spotify.
What up?
Y'all feeling good?
Yeah.
Yeah, properly caffeinated. I feel great.
You might be an always-on, share-it-all kind of personality, or you might just want to leave your focus to the music, and that's totally fine.
Here's how Conan Gray uses his platform.
I feel like I really like to goof off on my story. Like, I'm not really like, oh, this is a business move. It's very much just like, I like this weird cap and I think it's cool, so I'm gonna put it on my head type of thing. You really just need to like show your personality, because that's what people are gonna respond well to.
So be yourself and pick the right platform. Then get your fans involved. Next up,
Identify your goals. Do you want to hit a certain follower count on IG? Do you have a single that you're trying to push that you really want to focus on? Or do you have a tour and you're just trying to fill that out city to city?
once you nail down your goals, you need to actually build a strategy to get there. And that's where KPIs come in. Wait, hold up. What's a KPI?
So KPIs are key